7.1. Moving off and stopping by the curb. In this lesson, you are going to acquire necessary knowledge about various maneuvers on a road. You are going to learn about causes of traffic accidents, risk factors, assessment of traffic situations and road conditions, as well as about legal regulations and traffic rules. You will learn to start and stop your vehicle by the curb. Thereat, you have to pay attention to other traffic participants and road conditions. Most accidents happen when moving off and colliding with a vehicle coming from behind, as well as with the two-wheeled vehicles, for example, cyclists or scooter riders. Risk factors when moving off and stopping are poor assessment of the speed of vehicle coming from behind as well as your distance. A driver, due to being impatient or in hurry, does not allow all vehicles coming from behind to pass. When moving off and stopping, you have to recognize, assess and react to the following possible hazards on the road. 1. Vehicles coming from behind hidden in the blind spot. 2. Limited maneuvering space where you have to be aware of more things simultaneously. 3. Slippery road. Even though you don't see the vehicles behind in the rearview mirror, you must not move off. You have to be sure after looking back over your left shoulder that there is no vehicle in the blind spot. Only then can you move off. You want to move off. What should you pay attention to? First of all, you have to be aware of the bicycle and vehicle coming from behind. At this moment, you do not have to pay attention to the car coming from the opposite direction. When moving off, first look in front and behind you in order to be sure that the passage is clear. Afterwards, you have to look at the rearview mirrors and check blind spots by turning head. You also have to assess if all vehicles behind are at proper and safe distance from you. When turning, you must not make inconvenience to other vehicles. Finally, you have to adjust your acceleration and speed to the oncoming traffic from behind. In this situation, you may move off if there is no one in the blind spot. Before you move off, you have to fasten your seatbelt, turn lights and indicators on. It is important not to turn indicators on too early so the driver behind you is sure you are going to wait for him to pass. Then you should move off gently as you have practiced at the maneuver track. When driving, you have to accelerate adequately so the vehicles coming from behind do not need to slow down. Shift gears in time. When starting to drive, turn off the indicators. When stopping, you should warn other drivers about your intention in time. Press the brake pedal and thus automatically turn on the stop lights. After that, turn on the indicator. Check the rearview mirror and look back over your shoulder to be sure there is no cyclist behind you. Brake gently until you stop by the curb. Turn engine off. Finally, turn off the lights and use handbrake. When moving off, always give a signal. Braking distance is the distance you cover during braking time from point of pressing brake first to stopping the vehicle completely. Braking distance, among other things, depends on how hard you press the brake. If you double speed, braking distance will quadruple.
Checkpoint. Take a pencil and a piece of paper. You are parked at the curb and you want to start driving. How will you continue? I will drive immediately. I will look behind me over my left shoulder. I will move slightly to the left to get a better overview. I will drive if I have free passage.
When moving off, first look in front and behind you in order to be sure that the passage is clear. Afterwards, you have to look at the rearview mirrors and check blind spots by turning head. You also have to assess if all vehicles behind are at proper and safe distance from you. When turning, you must not make inconvenience to other vehicles. Finally, you have to adjust your acceleration and speed to the oncoming traffic from behind. In this situation, you may move off if there is no one in the blind spot.